Who exactly is Sir Wicknell talking about here, and what does he say they do?
Well, the unsung heroes he's specifically referring to are ZANU-PF's provincial chairpersons, one for each of the country's 10 provinces. He calls them distinguished men who work very hard in the shadows. That's his phrase. He really positions their roles as absolutely vital to the party's functioning, its success, especially in elections.
So, the behind-the-scenes guys.
Essentially, yes. He says they're the ones tirelessly mobilizing people, organizing party structures right down to the community level, maintaining order, discipline, the grassroots stuff. He paints them as the key links ensuring the party's presence is felt everywhere. Districts, villages, growth points, townships.
Okay, so the real groundwork people, often overlooked, as he points out. The Post actually says they rarely receive the public recognition they deserve, which underlines that idea of dedication, maybe selflessness that he's trying to convey. Now, it's not just about the individuals, is it? He also talks about the party's structure. How does Sir Wicknell describe ZANU-PF's organization, the framework these chairpersons operate within?
He uses pretty strong language. He describes ZANU-PF as a revolutionary party. He says it has an unshakable foundation, built on unity, development, empowerment. These are the key words. He really emphasizes its structure clear, systematic, explains how it runs from the very top, the presidium, right down to the smallest unit, the cell level.
The top-to-bottom structure.
Exactly. And what's really striking is how he deliberately contrasts this. He sets it against opposition parties, saying their structures are glaringly absent, calls them fractured, poorly coordinated. For Sir Wicknell, ZANU-PF should be, and this is a quote, a case study across the world for how a well-run party can serve its people and deliver electorally.
A global case study. That's ambitious framing.
It is. He explicitly links this strong structure to the party's success, and he calls the provincial chairpersons the engine that drives it all. It's a very strong, almost, you could say, militaristic framing. Parties often use this, don't they? Fosters cohesion, projects strength, draws that sharp contrast with rivals.
That's a bold claim, though, positioning ZANU-PF as a global model like that.
Yeah.
Does Sir Wicknell offer any specific examples to back that up, or is it more about projecting this image of strength and unity?
It seems to be mainly about the perceived strength and, crucially, a narrative of delivery, especially after the recent elections. He holds up the 2023 election results as the primary proof of this effectiveness. The Post doesn't really dive into, say, specific policy wins. It's more about the outcome the political victory achieved because of the structure. It definitely frames the party in an extremely positive light. Competent, steadfast. That's the image.
Okay, understood. Let's get to the tokens of appreciation themselves then, because these are, well, they're pretty substantial. What exactly did Sir Wicknell say he was giving to these chairpersons, and was there something for the wider community too?
Significant, all right. Almost eye-watering, really. Okay, so for each of the 10 provincial chairpersons, a brand new 2025 Toyota Land Cruiser 300 Series VXR.
Top of the range stuff.
Absolutely. Valued, he states, at US $190,000 each. And he makes a point of saying they're fully paid for, ready to collect immediately. But that's not all.
There's more.
Yes. On top of the vehicle, each chairperson is set to get US $100,000 in cash. And importantly, this cash isn't just a personal bonus, it's explicitly earmarked for supporting small development and empowerment initiatives in their provinces.
Wow, okay, that's a serious amount of resources, both personal recognition and local funding. Can you maybe, for our listeners, just put that into perspective? How significant are these tokens? Not just the money, but the symbolic value, especially, in a place like Zimbabwe.
Well, the monetary value alone is huge. You're looking at nearly US $2 million just for the chairperson's vehicles, plus another $1 million in cash for those initiatives. That's an enormous sum anywhere, but especially in the Zimbabwean context.